Bro, he tore Darby a new one, bro. I like when he threw him against the ropes and Darby bounced back and then he nailed him. Did you see that?
This guy has no Wikipedia.
Yeah, who is he?
He has no Wikipedia. I don't know.
He's from parts unknown.
It says
It's almost like he's in the wrong era. It's like he's in the wrong era of wrestling. Like he should be in like 1988 NWA or something.
He was an Evolve Tag Team Champion and an Evolve Tag Team Champion with Anthony Henry and a team called the Workhorsemen.
There you go.
So
I know who
I'm like,
he is.
okay.
Never mind. Yeah.
So Darby Allin wrestled J.D. Drake. They go 9 minutes against an absolute nobody. Like this,
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
After the match, Darby celebrated and walked to the top of the stage, and the Butcher and the Blade blindside attacked him while the Bunny screamed at the commentators. Sting and the Dark Order then emerged and scared them to the back, and Tay Conte and the Bunny had words. This is like, you know what the funny thing is? Like
things going on at the same time.
Bro, let me tell you something. Let me be honest with you, okay? If you didn't know who the booker of AEW was, and you watch like how the stuff they do, like the silly stuff and everything, if I told you that Vince, like if you told the basic wrestling fan, Vince Russo was booking this show, would they think that he must be booking this show?
I don't know, man. I think Vince does better than this.
No, time out. All the criticisms of Vince Russo that the Dirt used to give him are all the stuff these guys are doing on the show.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think your point is like the stuff they get bench for is like, hey,
it's like if you guys are praising Tony Khan for booking the exact same way Vince Russo used to book.
Someone tweeted, if Vince Russo would have booked an arcade anarchy match with Legos and video game machines, like, it would have been
100%. Well, what would they have said?
They would have said, this idiot, he doesn't know what he's doing.
It was the
What really confused me about the segment was like, if Ty Conti and the Bunny were going to have a match, why didn't they just go right into the match right from here? Like, just why would they go back, come out peacefully from the entrance, do the little poses and shit?
That's a good point.
You got to get those intros. Got to get those intros.
Because I feel like we ask the questions that the wrestlers should be asking. Like, Tony, like, shouldn't we just start the match instead of going? But
maybe.
All right, so now the show really starts to go off the rails because Jericho cut a good promo earlier, and that should have been it.
Yeah, why is he being interviewed again, right?
Backstage,
just so he could be jumped.
More TV time, man.
Pinnacle, he got jumped. He got jumped because like he's not with his faction for some ungodly reason when he's doing this promo.
Right.
So they jumped him.
But
and they
every other time he is.
Right. It's like
maybe he went to take a piss.
Bro, this is so absurd. It's like this reminds me like when reminds me of when the NWO went out in Denver, Colorado and cut a promo and talked about how they're unified. Luger goes out for a match by himself, okay? After the match, he gets beat up, right? Later on the show, Nash is supposed to have another interview, and then NWO doesn't come out to save him. Later on, Nash is supposed to cut a promo, and I'm in the locker room with Nash and these guys and stuff, and Eric comes and opens the door and says, "What are you going to say in your promo?" And Kevin goes, "I'm not doing it."
Yeah.
And Eric goes, "What?" He goes, "You bet. What am I supposed to say?"
Right.
We went out at the beginning of the show and said we're unified. Lex went out there by himself and got beat up when we didn't come out. How am I supposed to talk my way out of this? I'm not doing it. And you know what? They didn't do it. They changed it.
I caught this segment when they were beating up Jericho, and I wondered how did the Inner Circle not get involved in this? I was thinking, why aren't they with him?
Right. So Jericho's getting beat up. Jericho's getting beat up. They show everybody's wondering where on the Inner Circle. Mm-hmm. They're locked in a room and they're having to axe their way out of the room. So for some inexplicable reason, Mike Tyson shows up.
Right. Yeah. Unannounced. Yeah.
So Mike Tyson comes out and they acted scared. So there's the six guys. There's this new faction, this evil faction. They're scared of Mike Tyson. They shove Sean Spears into Mike Tyson. Tyson punched Sean Spears. Of course they did.
Now I know Feeney liked that part.
It's a joke.
I mean, you could have found a million ways to book this better.
But for me, it's
I will say at least they used Mike Tyson better than Bad Bunny,
and much better than they used him the last time.
I think it was better than when at least he came out and hit somebody rather than when Sting first came out and everyone just stood there. And, you know what I mean? Like 60 years old.
It's snowing.
At least Mike Tyson came out and started throwing shit at
But I wanted one. He only needed one punch. He shouldn't have done I liked it. It looked good, but it would have been much more effective. He just one punch.
And now they're gonna have this Ogogo guy go one punch someone after they saw someone take 20 Mike Tyson punches. You know?
Right.
All right. So next is Britt Baker promo. She demanded Tony Khan for title match for the Doctor. She said the rankings should be about ratings, merchandise sales, and popularity, not wins and losses. She said tune into Dark and Elevation to see her get her wins up.
Ugh.
All right, I will not be doing that.
Watching that shit.
Next is Tay Connie versus the Bunny. This is all right.
Let me just say something about this real quick. I wish that I wish Bunny would have put the boots to -1. The little thing of him coming in and hugging her and doing the little heart. I just wish they would have put Taya.
Is that the kid?
Yeah.
You know,
why is the kid still out there?
He's under contract.
Yeah.
No,
bro, he's
not under contract till he's 18, right? Or something like that.
Well, we're going to see him every week?
I don't know. But every now and then you can catch him checking out Tay Conti's ass, so that's
not one that big time, dude. Oh, my goodness.
I just wish they would have put
her Instagram is great.
All right. So
it is great, yeah.
So John Moxley and the Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers. Let me ask you a question. I'll always think about this like okay, these guys are old school marks, and like, you know, so the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Good Brothers all have history of being part of the Bullet Club. So why would John Moxley subject himself to this match and try? Yeah, exactly. And of course, just ended up like if the premise was to make John Moxley look like an imbecile, this nailed it.
Yeah,
because
I thought
it just first of all they're doing the thing like, and the announcer's trying to narrate the story here. We're like, they don't want to hurt Kenny and stuff, and like the acting was so bad.
Yeah, it was not good.
Yeah,
it's just like it's like the drama that they tried, that in their mind they were trying to create, came across almost comedic, and like in the end you're thinking like, okay, they're going to turn on Moxley. You knew this 3 minutes before they did.
Yeah, and
the way it was set up, like it was so obvious.
Plus,
you know?
they did this like a month ago or a few weeks ago, where the Bucks were like, "Oh, I don't know what we're gonna do," and then they kicked someone to save Kenny. That's why last week when Callis was beating him up and saying you're not his friend, I was like, "What the f- are they talking about? These guys were just helping each other. I don't understand what the hell's going on."
And that's the worst part because we watch the show every week, and
I'm like, "Wait a minute, they already reunited. What the f- is going on here,
bro?" I think they think this angle, like the way they're booking it, is like epic in their minds, and maybe they have a few of their fans buying into it, but everybody else that doesn't see all the other programming stuff. It's just absolutely the way this plays out the way it plays out
it's
for people.
It's confusing as hell, man.
It's people that just watch this show every week, AEW Dynamite, are just very confused every single time. Like some of the happens, they're like, you're going, why is he? Why would he trust these guys?
Yeah, no, even when the match was announced, Moxley and the Bucks, I was like, why the f*** are they teaming up? Like, this makes no sense whatsoever.
And for me, also, they present Moxley like he's tougher than he is. He doesn't have the tone or the muscle.
You think they might repackage JD Drew or Drake with Eddie Kingston as the Kingstons?
Let me ask you a question, Konnan. Let me ask you a question. Tony Khan got fired after the show, okay? Right. And they hired you. Right? And let's start from the main event.
First off, he would bring me in as assistant booker, probably.
First main event. What does John Moxley's character do next week to talk his way out of how that happened to him?
Yeah, that's a good question.
What's his promo?
I don't know. I'd have to sit down and think of it, but I wanted to trust the Young Bucks, and obviously I was wrong, and for that I paid a price, and then Kingston comes out
I'll never trust him
breaks
again.
a bottle over his head and goes, never trust a scorpion. Then Darby Allin comes out, and he throws him through a window in a cinematic match that he produced. Then -1 comes out. Bro, it's like,
The Snake comes out and gets the mic and gets interrupted.
It's Sting! And it starts snowing. Yeah. And the Yeti comes out,
every angle comes out of the janitor's room too, like entrance from there. Or something.
Vanguard 1 comes back with Matt Hardy. Yeah.
And then after that...
This show was very entertaining to me because there's so much stuff to talk about, and Jericho's promo killed it.
Yeah,
excellent promo. One of the better promos on TV. One of the better promos on TV in like the past year.
I agree. Yeah, but you didn't bring up Scorpio Sky and the other guy sitting up in the rafters.
Oh my god!
During the lunchbox.
Literally, like 6 seconds of airtime.
Yeah, yeah. We're supposed to take these guys they're seriously angry young men who want their spot, and in the meantime, they're just kicking it in the rafters.
Bro, if you're gonna put me on TV for 6 seconds, just don't even put me on.
Don't even. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to fly all the way to Jacksonville and be in a hotel just to be on for 6 seconds.
In the rafters sharing soup.
Sharing soup together. I think my biggest problem is
they get a 12-minute match on Dark though,
or Elevation. Yeah, my biggest problem is when this all started. All I wanted was that alternative. Like I wanted WCW essentially, and that's what a lot of people wanted. So every week I like the idea of a lot of what they're doing, but then there's really stupid things, and every week I just find myself wishing it was better.
Let me tell you what happens, because I've seen this in so many promotions. When you've never done this before, which most of those guys haven't, you imagine it one way, and it's so easy in your mind to imagine things.
And it doesn't
but once
work.
you get there, and you got to deal with contracts and egos and fans and critics and
injuries.
wrestlers and politics and injuries, and it's not easy, bro. And they're finding their way. You know what I'm saying? The good thing is they've tweaked a couple things I didn't used to like, especially Jericho.